Fort Mohave, Arizona, is one of those places you might not hear about every day, but for some people, it's precisely the kind of low-key environment that makes for an ideal retirement spot. Let's break it down. Location and climate. Located in the tri-state area where Arizona meets Nevada and California, Fort Mohave enjoys a pretty strategic location. You've got the gambling and nightlife of Laughlin, Nevada just across the river, and if you're up for a longer drive, Las Vegas isn't too far away for those "I'm feeling lucky" weekends. The desert climate means you're going to get some seriously hot summers, but also some pleasantly warm winters, a big draw for those looking to ditch the snow shovel. Just remember, if it's scorching outside in mid-July, everybody else is suffering right along with you. Safety and community. As far as safety goes, Fort Mohave is one of those sleepy towns that has managed to maintain a lower crime rate compared to urban centers. Sure, no place is perfect, but there's a sense of community here that you might not find in the bigger cities. Neighbors tend to know each other, and they look out for one another. It's got that small-town atmosphere where the pace of life feels just a couple of beats slower. If you like the idea of being part of a tight-knit community that gets together for potlucks and local events, Fort Mohave could be right up your alley. There's a sense of belonging that can really make a difference in how you experience your retirement years. Activities and healthcare. Despite its size, Fort Mohave is in decent proximity to various recreational activities, especially if you love the outdoors. There's the Colorado River for fishing, boating, and other water activities. Plus, you're not too far from all sorts of trails and nature explorations. As for healthcare, a crucial aspect when considering retirement, the area is served by Valley View Medical Center, and there are a number of clinics and specialists around. It's not the Mayo Clinic, but for most retirees, it should suffice. From Portland, you'll notice it's quite the change of scenery. Portland's lush greenery and rain are counterpoints to Fort Mojave's desert views and arid climate. For me, that switch might be refreshing. Sometimes those gray Oregon winters can weigh on you. Cost of living. It's worth mentioning that your retirement fund will likely stretch further here than in several other parts of the country. The cost of living is reasonably low, particularly when it comes to real estate. Now, bear in mind, good and safe can be pretty subjective terms. I always encourage people to visit a place first, spend some time, and get a feel for the local vibe. You might fall in love with the desert sunsets, or you might find you miss the bustle of a bigger city. In essence, Fort Mojave's appeal comes down to whether you're looking for that quiet, slower-paced retirement life, with a side of sunshine and small-town charm. If that checks all your boxes, then yes, Fort Mohave could very well be a good, safe place to consider retiring. Just don't forget your sunscreen and a nice wide-brimmed hat.